How's it going, Song of Ice and Fire fans? Grant from Yecats Managers here, bringing you episode 2.3 of Yechats. And today I'm joined by Steve. Now, we don't know that Steve's definitely going to work. Steve, check your mic.
Hello, hello.
You're in.
Is that work?
Yep, you're good,
Good.
mate. You're
I'm
good.
in.
Yep, cool, sweet. All right, now, before we get started, first and foremost, how you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, I'm still a little bit tired from the weekend, but it was worth it.
Yeah, well, it was a long drive for you, mate, wasn't it? So,
It was a long time sitting in the back of your car. Yeah, definitely.
well, having two small children, I'm sure you found plenty of sweets in the back there to chow down on.
Yeah, surprisingly, how comfortable that child seat was.
It's a
Uh,
booster seat. Could you see out the window all right? Evening, Squiggy. Right, anyway, yeah, so we're talk about all things Song of Ice and Fire, really, stuff that's affected us mostly because we've obviously had quite a busy weekend of Grand Tournaments. We obviously attended Southern Grand Tournament, and at the same time, Scottish Grand Tournament was running. So I suppose first and foremost, we should get into just don't get into the matches yet. We'll crack on with that when we get into the actual breakdown of the SGT. But how was your weekend in general? How do you feel? How do you feel it went?
I thought it was really good. A really good bunch of guys. I had some really good games. The event overall, I did manage to get a bit of time to have a walk around. Seemed like a good event. It was Beachhead, wasn't it? It was called.
Yeah, Beachhead Games Expo.
Yeah, it was definitely worth a visit. So yeah, we'll attend again.
Nice, nice. I think Brad's talking about making it a two-day event next year, so it's something to look forward to. Um,
Yeah,
okay, cool. So we'll get into that in a second then. First and foremost, let's quickly go over the rest of the calendar for the year. So on screen now, we've got the calendar 2025 getting shorter and shorter because it only runs till September. But we've got the March the 1st and 2nd, the Welsh Grand Tournament. We'll talk a little bit about that in a bit. Then we have on the March the 16th, Battle of the Three Swords, Chelmsford, which sold out in 8 hours. We will be releasing more tickets to that. Details to follow. March 29th, 30th is Carlo's Invitational, the closest we're going to get to a World Cup for a Song of Ice and Fire, and the ultimately the last event run on a Song of Ice and Fire stats.
it is right now, at the very least.
Yeah, at the very least, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The wording on the website is quite cryptic, so we hold hope
yeah.
that we'll keep it. But I mean, if we work under the assumption worst case scenario, when it's not worst case scenario, it's good worth celebration, right?
Um, it depends. I mean, what's the celebration? Back to
Cheese.
pen and paper. That's wrong, pen and paper.
Pen and paper, mate. I'm not running events on pen and paper. We're an Excel spreadsheet if we lose stats.
Yeah,
Pen and paper can suck my balls. Um, cool. Um, then we have a sold out Battle of Chain Stag in Daventry. Are you going to that?
I'm not. No, I'm a bit light on the tournaments coming up. Actually, I've missed out on a few things.
Well, you can come along with my little help if you like.
I might
Sing hi ho. Don't sing hi ho.
all the way there. It's a long
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Then we've got May 11th. We've got Power in the Shadows, event being run by Thomas Whitworth in Leonidas in Leeds. Then we've got Northern Grand Tournament on the 24th, 25th, run by the DMG guys in Stockton-on-Tees. May 25th, we've got the ECATS event into the Lions Den in Norwich. 28th, 29th of June is the Jewel in the Crown of the ECATS events, the East Anglian Grand Tournament. Currently sitting at 40 tickets sold, 30 left to sell. So if you're contemplating it, jump in quick. 19th of July, potentially another Battle of Three Swords, that's not confirmed. 24th of August, we're running the first Rise of the Salt Throne with the Wardens of the South in Poole. 26th September, we have the Hands Tournament, which is the Yecats Invitational. We'll talk a bit about that later on in the show. And then the 27th, 28th September, UK Nationals. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. In fact, let's talk about that now. So I've been talking to UKTC. The tickets, I've been told, will be available to buy at the end of February. Um, so that's something that but as soon as we know they're available for sale, I'll obviously do a show and we'll talk about it. and get the tickets out to people. That looks like it's going to be an absolutely great event. I mean, we've been doing quite a bit of travelling. There's loads of people talking about it, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I for one, I'm going.
Yep.
As long as the tickets, and if the tickets sell out before I get a chance to get one, then it'll be happy days, won't it?
Yeah.
And I'll come along and TO with you. It's just a good event, a good
Mhm.
location.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a really good.
Yeah. I mean, we're actually this year UK National's being capped at 70 people, um, just so we can plan the event around the amount of rounds we're having.
Yep,
Um, if there is a really massive push for more tickets, then that's something that's a bridge we'll have to cross at the time. But 70 people, allowing for a few dropouts, gives us one undefeated winner by the end of 2 days of games, 2 days of 3 games, so 6 games in total, giving people
yep,
adequate time to get home as well. Because people travel far and wide for UK Nationals, which is lovely. Yeah, still be friends, and
yeah,
they'll come down to London. We'll talk about to our soldiers. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
absolutely. Yeah, it's a good time.
Cool. Okay, sweet. So that's the calendar. Um, do drop us some comments in the chat as we go, especially if you were playing the weekend, so we can chuck through your questions. Just a quick note to everyone that didn't attend: all the games were streamed and available on the UCATS channel on YouTube. It's available to watch for free because what I do is all payment made in love. Cool. Next up, so we'll talk about the SGT. So you sort of mentioned it was quite a good tournament. Um, I had a great time. Obviously, I didn't play. The social on the Saturday night was really good, a lot of fun. Um,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't a horrible player there. They're all nice people. We walked around tables quite a lot. Warns us out for a very accommodating bunch. Really enjoyed our time there. There's people that we know travelled down as well. The Pascal from Microwave Express Train was there, and Peter Bid travelled all the way from Norwich and then got food poisoning on Saturday night, which sounds like a Martell trick to me.
It does. It does. I wasn't playing Martell, so I can't take credit for that one.
We know that Brad is partial to Martell, so that's probably him.
Yeah, it might have been Brad, might have been Tom. That's how he managed to get top Martell. Oh, spoilers.
Hold on, Tom was sitting next to him.
Conspiracy.
That's suspicious. Evening,
Mm.
Chris. Um, cool. Yeah, it was a really good event. It was only a 1 day event, 24 players. It ended up being more than that, didn't it? Well, was it 30 in the end?
31, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, 31
Yeah.
because someone retired after the second game, was it? Or the first game?
Uh,
Second game.
I think it was after the first game. There was only one bye round.
No, you had
Uh,
Tom.
oh no,
Tom
yeah,
had the
yeah.
bye
I'm
first.
looking now. Yeah,
Yeah,
he played 2 games and then yeah, they had to go.
yeah.
I'm not quite sure why. Sounds like another Martell trick to me.
was he playing Martells?
I don't know. I'm looking.
I think he had a struck of a guilty conscience there. That's what it sounds like to me. Are you looking up or are you just gone quiet?
Looking it up. I am looking it up. Brotherhood Without Banners.
Ah,
He was that was after that was game 2. He was put off by Lady Stoneheart.
yeah,
Need
got
to go home after that.
got a bit vulgar.
Yep.
Cool, sweet. Let's look at some of the results in. So I'll pull up on the screen now on the stats page. So a massive congratulations to Joe McCarthy for winning it.
Yep.
He's having a really good run at the minute. He's winning quite a few tournaments or getting close to the top in a lot of tournaments. He used to run Baratheons and this time he ran Targaryens. I don't think he done overly well his last tournament with Targaryen, so it just proves that he's learning with a little bit of practice.
Mhm.
Lucas Eden comes second from the Shearer brothers. So Lucas has attended a few events, one of which being UK Nationals, which is where we met him, where I met him properly. Um, he's a really nice guy. All the Shearer brothers are really good people. I made the mistake of asking them where they're from. Where do you think they're from?
I reckon the Outer Hebrides or something like that, mate.
Yeah, well, thanks for yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Probably Sherwood.
yeah, or
Yeah.
maybe Nottingham.
Maybe Nottingham. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Good job.
yeah, I'm here. Oh, mate, where you from? Nottingham. Oh, yeah. Now the Sherwood thing makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were called the Shell Brothers Brotherhood because they were merry men or something. Apparently,
Yeah,
they went for like some sort of midnight walk down the pier as well after the meal, which is a. Well, no, not after. They didn't go to the mill. I think they just went for a walk down the midnight walk down the pier.
sounds romantic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got nothing for you there. And
Right,
third was Thomas Lenton. Thomas has been playing really well. He's not. I don't think he ran Martell's at the last tournament that I see him at. I think it's his first time I see him playing Martell's, but he played really well. Did you play him?
I did not. No,
No.
I did play a Martell player, but it wasn't Tom.
Yeah,
I believe Tom Sims played him actually.
yeah.
Yeah, in the last round.
Squiggy just said that I think Squiggy saying about the guy who dropped out was his friend. He was quite ill that day, so he had to retire. Was a target player. I think
Um,
a target
it
player or a
probably means
Targaryen player.
Targaryen player. Yep,
Yeah. Shame.
yep.
Yeah.
It wasn't Lady Stoneheart.
There's only one thing worse than um one thing that can ruin a nice tournament with your friends, and that's feeling rough playing with your friends. Um,
Yep,
yeah, I mean, out of as far as we're concerned, you finished the highest in the people that travelled down
yep.
with your three folk.
Yeah, yeah.
So
10th.
10th, yeah, James 11th, Tom 16th. Tom really sunk, didn't he? He got to top table round three, I think, and then just got like
Yeah, he peaked too soon.
yeah, slingshotted down at the bottom.
Yeah, it was warmed up because he got the bye first round. Went
Yeah,
straight in at round two, and then got knocked straight back down again.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. It's nice for these tournaments. We're going to these tournaments and seeing people that we've seen for before, and it's quite nice to catch up with them.
yep,
Also, there's some newer players as well. So um, I'm not going to talk too much about the games at top table because for me it was just sitting there filming and tapping away on the keyboard. But do you want to talk about some of your games?
absolutely. Yeah. I played four really nice guys. Um, I played. Let me get my games up. So the first game was against Mike Embry, also known as Flaymaster, um, which would imply that it was Bolton's, but it was not. It was using Starks, and there was a very, very tight game. It was Game of Thrones. I don't think either of us had a clear advantage at any point during the game, and it literally came down to the last round, and we were on the same amount of victory points. All it came down to is I killed more things than he did,
Hmm.
and I was using the Giants, and he was using Rob Stark.
Nice.
So yeah, and it was a good, solid game. Yeah,
Which
nice.
which so which who is that? Sorry, we got Mark Embry, so wasn't it?
Mike Embry, yeah, Mike Embry.
Where is he? Mark Embry, there he is. Uh, so which list did he run? Rob Stark. Oh, so he ran his a two Direwolf list, which you which mean you
Yes,
haven't played. Mean you haven't played as much as we played. You're fully aware of the Direwolf threat.
yeah, yeah, and the direwolf threat lasted into about second activation of round two, I think, and then both of them were gone by then.
How'd you get rid of them?
Yeah, because I was playing Mag the Mighty, and I had two spear throwers.
Ah, you filthy sod. Yeah, fair play.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
they were the first things I killed. I was not ashamed.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, so that was good. It was a tight game, so it ended up a minor victory to me, just for points destroyed.
Yep.
Um, then I went into Ross McIntosh, uh, who was playing Oberyn Martell, and
Yep.
I ran Steer into him rather than the Giants, mostly because, having looked at his list, he didn't have any cavalry. Martell don't have any solos. Uh, Hopefully they will one day, but they don't at the moment. So felt that Mag might not have been a good one for that, and I needed something. I needed to try and dominate the board.
Hmm.
So I ran Steer, a high activation list, and yeah, it was another very close game. I think one of the key points was got rid of Oberyn quite early. Um, I think first activation round three. He didn't manage to get Manticore Venom out,
Right. Wow.
which is yeah, that's always a downside if you don't get that out with Oberyn. Yeah, I don't really know. Again, it was very similar to the game I had with Mike. It was very to and fro. No person really had a clear advantage, or even though I did get rid of his commander early.
Yeah.
Ross played it really, really well, and I'm sure he'll tell you it really did come down to one panic check that he failed, which meant that I secured the game.
Nice.
Another minor victory. Another minor victory.
Hmm.
But yeah, played very well. Nice guy.
What did the so with Oberyn, did he not get in combat or something to get
He
Manic Venom
did,
out?
he did get in combat. He did a double charge with some spearmen, and then over in Royal Guard. The spearmen, I seem to recall, had a bit of a bad roll, so they only caused 2 wounds. So I didn't bother with the resilience that I had in the unit, because it was a unit of Free-Folk Raiders with Raw's Clan Chieftain.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't use resilience. So then when Oberyn came in, also not a great dice roll. I was able to use resilience and just stand there, which left him open to a charge from the bears.
Nice.
Bear riders came in. I think they dropped him to 3 wounds. I think I had a good dice roll. He failed his panic check, and then he had 3 wounds left at the start of round 3, and I was going first.
Nice.
It was not ideal for Oberyn.
Well,
But yeah,
nice.
like I say, Ross played it really well. He still managed to keep the game going despite that, and it was a nice tight game.
Awesome.
And then game three, table three. It's right in front of me. It was game 3 on table 3.
Nice.
I played against Rick Myhill, who played in the final.
Yeah.
He was using Brendan Tully. As soon as I saw Starks, both of his lists had it was a tough one. He had a Brendan Tully list with double Tully Cavaliers and a dog. And I thought, okay, well, Giant's going to be good against that. But his other list was Great John, but it was a Great John infantry. And I was really, really torn what to use there.
Yeah.
But I looked at the units that he had, his infantry units, and I don't think my infantry army would have stood up against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can certainly blend those umber units.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went with Mag. Turned out to be a really big mistake. Is he had he was using the Rob Stark King of the North NCU, which is something I've never played against before.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really, really handy. It's a really nice tool in the box that Starks have got. So he managed to use that early, brought an archer unit on behind my giants.
Yeah.
He only got one shot off, to be fair, before 1-1 was able to turn around and deal with them. But that one that he got off caused 2 wounds on a giant, who then swiftly got charged by Tully Cavaliers and got dead. So I was a giant down. He still had a lot of his stuff. I was in a corner. I just couldn't keep up with him. He ran away with it, to be honest. He had there was some good dice thrown. Some poor decisions from me. Rick made a couple of good choices. It was Winds of Winter, I should add. So he made a couple of good choices with the cards, the mission cards.
Yeah.
And he ran away with it, 11 points to 4.
Oof.
Yeah, so he went in. It gave me right old stuffing, but he was very polite about it. That's what you want,
Nothing better than the polite stuffing, mate, is there?
a bit of the polite stuffing. So at that point, I was out the running to win it,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going to let that stop me. And poor Connor Brown, who was in the chat, he bore the brunt of my I'm not going to lose any more games. Yeah, pesky spears. Yeah, poor Connor, he had a lot of bad luck, and I did not. It was I think by the end of round 1, his Rise of Highgarden had 1 model left in them.
Yeah.
Before they'd even left their deployment zone. It was, yeah.
What's that
It was
from
appalling.
the spear throwers? Yeah.
Yeah. I think every time I shot him, I did 2 wounds and he failed a panic test.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, I did that 4 times.
yeah,
So he did his best to try and heal them. He used a Lena well to stop Mance Raider, the Artful Dodger NCU.
yeah,
So he was able to turn him off. Uh, so he was able to heal them, which is a tactic with the spear throwers. And unfortunately, as I say, he had a bit of bad luck, and it all went my way. And before you knew it, the game was pretty much done. I think we played it in about an hour.
yeah. Was
Yeah.
this? Did he run the double rose knight list or the?
It was Double Rose Knights.
Yeah, Renly.
Uh, yeah, he was running. What was it? Yep. So Renly Commander, Double Rose Knights, Rise of High Garden, and the Baratheon Wardens with Loras.
Yeah,
So Loras um, basically turns Baratheon Wardens into Rose Knights with the
yeah,
Deadly Bloom. So there's a lot of auto wounds, and I think it was a good choice from Connor to take that, because anything that causes auto wounds on giants is great.
yeah,
But yeah, I just didn't engage, and I think that was it.
yeah. I guess because the rose knights haven't got the speed to sort of catch up with you. I guess have they?
No, no,
Um,
not at all. They were parked in the middle, and just when you've got movement for wardens, movement for rose knights, the rides of high garden were swiftly dealt with, and yeah, he just couldn't get me. Um, but it was really good, and the entire time Connor had a smile on his face. He was cursing me from his side of the table, but he still seemed to be enjoying himself. I hope.
yeah. Well, I'm sure if he didn't, he was us in the chat. But yeah, he's yeah.
Yep,
Connor was really engaging over the entire weekend, so it was really nice to
yep.
to sort of hang out with him a little bit. Um, cool.
That was it. So that was my 4 games. Came out of it in 10th,
Yeah,
which I'm yeah not unhappy with.
awesome, awesome. Um, yeah, so what we'll do is really quickly we'll look at Joe's list. Obviously, Joe having one, and we'll look a quick look at
Absolutely, yeah.
Lucas as well. So yeah, let's go with Joe's list. I don't, I don't know if he run the Dragon list. The only time I've seen him, he run the Targaryen. Let's find out. Actually, let's find out. Let's be
So
saucy.
lucky.
So look, looky. Um, so round one. Oh, I missed him. Where did Joe McCarthy? There he ran Khal Drogo. Round two. Oh, he ran the Dragons round two against Martell. So yeah, he's run both lists. Okay, so we'll go back to have a look at his list then, so very quickly. Um, yeah, so Barn Blackguards, the Double Dragons, that's a nice strong list. We see that when we did the, the list overview thing. The
Yep.
Screamers one that he used, so I think he must use these 3 times in the tournament. But yeah, he done really well with 3 hits of Screamers, 1 unit Dothraki, Outriders, Hrakkars, Daenerys, Varys, and Mirri Maz Duur. The game he played against Tom was streamed, and that was really good when it comes to positioning. He played really well against Tom.
Yep.
Tom had the advantage going into round two, having killed Khal Drogo. But yeah, Joe played really well to get that back. Um, and yeah, the last game was very tight as well for him. But yeah, nice list. And 3 screamers. I've got 4 units painted in the garage, so it gives me hope that one day I may use all 4.
Yeah, I mean Screamers are an amazing unit. I think for 6 points.
Mm,
The impact that they can do,
yeah.
especially if they get into your flank, yeah, it is absolutely devastating.
Mm,
You combine them with any of like Khal Drogo's cards. Yeah, I think they're a really good unit.
mm, nice. And Lucas, he won. He won all 4 games. But I think what rocked him was the game he did on stream. I think was only a minor victory against um, Callum. So he ran the rainbow. I think he ran this all weekend. I don't think he run. I don't know that he ran the Stannis list. So he had the Renly King of the South in Rainbow Guard, Sentinels with Master Warden, 2 units of Pikemen, Stormcloak Mercenaries, Sandok again, Courtney Penrose, Lord Varys, and Leonard Tyrell, which gave him 8 activation Baratheons, which we've been talking about a little bit in the chat from the tournament. So fair play to him. He's two inch appointment.
Yeah, yeah.
So
To confirm, yes, he did play Renly all 4 games.
he did, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean the list doesn't say it doesn't for me doesn't reek of anything overly amazing, but he did really well. Fair play to him.
Well, yeah, it's just a sign of a good player.
Yeah,
A good player can take a list that you might not think is, you know, particularly great and just do great work with it.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
And I think again we talk about it quite often with these tournaments nowadays is that people are running stuff that we don't normally see, which can half throw you.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Well, that's us covered for the SGT. Great weekend. Really enjoyed it. Would do it again. 9 out of 10. We need I need more food.
yeah.
At the same time, what we should say is that there were two Brotherhood of Banner players. One of which being James. James has been having loads of amazing luck with Brotherhood banners. Didn't have an amazing tournament this time. I think he won 2, lost 2.
Yeah,
Um, James Ray played the other Brotherhood banners, and he won 3, lost 1. The one that he lost was against Joe McCarthy. He won it, so fair play. Um,
yeah.
Brotherhood banners, we thought they were going to dominate coming into the competitive scene. At
But
the minute, they're not.
that's something
Well,
we talked about on the drive down. We thought they were going to perform really well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Especially in the hand of someone like James, who is, he understands, well, both James, but our James that we know more about, he's really good at the game. So it's a bit odd that he didn't sort of play up the upper echelons of the table. So, but we say that another Grand Tour was happening the same weekend,
yep.
Scottish GT. Now, Scottish GT, run by Steve McCormick, was a different kettle of fish because it was won by Brotherhood Without Banners.
It
with
was.
with a Beric Dundarian list. Now we didn't do a list with all these guys because obviously it was the same sort of clash with the Southern GT. But we'll quickly have a look at the list now. So massive congratulations to PC. I don't know what his full name is. If someone's in the chat and knows him, let me know. And Doug Gordon. Doug Gordon. I know. We played each other in the 2022. The 2022 we went to the LGC.
I believe so.
Yeah, I played him in
Yeah.
the Hello event now. So and he is a good player and he's a good little Lannister player. So quickly have a look at their lists. So we've got Beric Dundarian in Rose Knights, Peasant Levy with Edric Dane, Brotherhood Swan Knights with Fortune Seeker, Golden Coat Cross with LeBron, Forest Amir, Ravella Smallwood and Shay. That's a good list. Rose Knights appearing here. You know these Brotherhood lists, they tend to have Baratheon units more than Stark units.
I've noticed that.
Yeah,
I've noticed that. Yeah.
they
I think
definitely.
it's the healing stuff that they lean into the healing stuff, I think.
Yeah. Well, also,
Yeah. I
yeah,
don't know. I've only played against them once,
yeah. Well,
but it was
Beric Dundarian does well for him because Beric Dundarian, every time they pass morale just to restore a wound, so he basically gives them the Dauntless that uh, Loris gives them.
Loris. Yep.
Yeah, that's not a bad combo, there.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely. Got some peasants.
Mm.
We love the peasants.
Oh, here we go. The second list: Peasant Levy with Beric Dundarian, House Tony Cavalier. So it's first time I've really seen Stark units run in Brotherhood Without Banners list.
Okay.
With House Bolton Flayed Men,
Oh,
Brotherhood.
that's a list.
Yeah, all cavalry all the time.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, that makes me sick.
oh, the little sit down. Um, I wonder what he ran the weekend. Let's have a look. 5 rounds. So uh, was that PC, wasn't it? He didn't have a
Interesting. So he
PC.
wasn't on table one. He leapfrogged someone to kill the win there. He was on table 7.
see, I can't tell which list that he was running because they're the same commander.
They're both Beric here.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know what he did.
You definitely run Beric.
He definitely run Beric, yeah.
Yep. In all of his games.
We say he went from table 7.
Yeah, it looks like. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Never mind. Ignore me.
What? No, it looks like
Talking rubbish.
it was in table 1 all tournaments, Steve.
Yeah, all right. Apart from his first game, which was on table 7. Excuse me.
Shut it. Joe McCarthy saying that it's interesting the top 3 at SGT were primarily all running 8 activations. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I thought that I know for a little while we went away from the high activation list and people were going a little bit elite, weren't they? But maybe it's something that's crept back in.
Yeah, maybe. I still prefer the 7
Playing
activations.
objectives rather than trying to kill.
Yeah. I still prefer the 7 activation list. It gives you a bit more punching power, but I didn't play and I didn't win, so let's take people at their word.
Yep.
So Squiggy says Percy going to run Brotherhood the rest of the year. Highlander and Stag Knights are great. Highlander.
Oh, devils. Okay. Nice. And Joe is unpacking his Brotherhood without banners, which he got for winning.
Yeah.
The Dario Naharis Brotherhood list.
Make Stormcrow's great again.
Yeah, absolutely. Spoilers, he's bringing them to Welsh GT. Stand for it, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Well, yeah. So, yeah, Scottish GT seems quite good. I really want to go Scottish GT next year, so I believe Steve's planning to move it to August.
Less chilly.
Less chilly and doesn't clash with our tournament, so that'd be quite nice.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. It's one of the only ones I haven't been to yet, but I hear loads of really positive stuff about it, and it's sort of based the Scottish GT, the Northern GT, and the Welsh GT are sort of what we base the ECATS events around, so loosely. So it'd be nice to go and sort of be involved in that.
Yep.
Yeah, some other names in the tournament now. Stuart Rowan, who recently played a Blood of a High Guard and finished 11th. Yeah, nice. Wicked. Cool. What was next on the agenda? Do you remember? I can't.
Let me have a look. We'll have a look for you.
I know it is. So
Yep.
with all these GTs going on, this has now started putting people into the Hands tournament of the UK National. So the top 2 players that haven't already qualified will get access to tickets when they're released. So that has actually given us Lucas Eden and Thomas Lenton from the Southern Grand Tournament on screen now as being the next 2 entries into the Hands tournament. It wasn't spoke about in the award ceremony, but we did speak. I did go and speak to them afterwards, and we'll bring them into the into a chat. I'll put one together because it's a 16-person tournament on the Friday night of the UK Nationals. Scottish GT gives us this PC and Doug Gordon. UK Nationals from 2024 is Isaac Borno and Joe McCarthy. So obviously because Joe won SGT, the 3rd place was unlocked. Thomas Lenton then took the space from the Southern GT. Next up is going to be Duke's Gaming, so Welsh GT. And after that it's going to be East Anglian Grand Tournament, and we're waiting confirmation of one other GT to see if they want to be involved in this. And that leaves me with 4 tickets to give away to other major tournaments in the UK that aren't GTs but are running a solid and large and decent professional tournament package. You can win one of them?
Well, maybe. I mean, the only one I'm likely to go to is the East Anglia Grand Tournament, and there sounds like there's a lot of players. So, we'll see.
Got to buy a ticket yet, though.
I've got to get a ticket, yeah.
I'm just going to hang around the back and see if anyone drops out, see if I can pick up some games.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, that's on the Friday night of the UK National. So Again, just if you've missed it, evening, Colin. Congratulations on getting best painted unit at the Southern Grand Tournament. Um, and obviously, sorry, just on that as well, OJ got the best painted army for the army that he won best painted for at UK Nationals. No, LGT the year before,
2023.
2023. But he had obviously the spear throwers and stuff involved as well. There were
Yeah,
new
yeah,
additions to the
yeah.
army. But
New stuff.
if you haven't seen the army, it is out of this world. It's absolutely
Yeah,
incredible. Some of the detail in it. So well deserved. And yeah, so that's the Hands tournament. And tickets for UK Nationals will be going on sale hopefully by the end of this month. I will try and get some confirmation on dates, but as soon as it's released, I'll let everyone know. But for the moment, you can't buy them.
nice.
Next
So,
up,
what's the next big thing?
the next big thing. Well, hold on,
Yeah.
let's get around to that. So we've got Into the Lions Den, which is on the. We spoke about it. Let me quickly check it. It was on Into the Lions Den is May the 25th, same weekend as normal Grand Tournament, but I believe it's for a different demographic than the normal Grand Tournament. This is just trying to kindle the fire of the competitive play in Norwich. So if you fancy that, definitely check that out. The link is in the description below, which should be. If it's not, I'll put it in there later on, or just Google it, you'll find it. So that's a Norwich event. The next big thing. So the next place to win a place to the UK Nationals is going to be the Welsh GT, and I haven't got screens for that because I've obviously forgotten it. But let me try and dig out the event on stats and push it on screen now. Give me 2 seconds. When did I say it was? March 25th, wasn't it?
What? No, Welsh GT is first and second. Is it?
It is, yeah, you are right, yeah.
Yep.
Where are you?
I'm indoors, Grant.
Not you.
Oh,
Well, I'm pleased you're indoors. There we go. Right, came on. Found it. Found it. Chill out. Um, display. This one. Yeah, cool. Welsh GT. Next big thing, Welsh GT. 1st of March. Well reminded me, Steve. So this is the next place that we can win tickets to the Hands tournament. I'm going to be recording a show with Luke and Kieran this weekend, but we'll release next week, talking about this. We are going to be announcing some UCAT stuff with these guys. But if you haven't been to the Welsh GT before, it is absolutely incredible. If you haven't got a ticket this year, definitely get yourself in early next year. But we'll be talking about all that in the stream with them. But that's the next big thing. And you're not going, are you, Steve?
no.
What a blowout.
Yeah. You'll have a
Right.
great old time. You might stand a chance.
Me?
Oh, you're not playing, are you?
No. I won it last year.
There you go. Maybe Carl will stand a chance.
Mm,
Be less likely to get drawn against him.
yeah. It's very well. It's not outside the realms of possibility though.
No.
Cool. Okay, sweet. And obviously, one of the biggest things. So I'll be releasing that video next week. Of me having a chat with the Welsh guys. So yeah, look forward to that. And obviously the East End Grand Tournament coming up. The tickets are still on sale. It's £50 for the weekend, 28th and 29th of June, and that includes your lunch on both days. So it's a 2-day tournament for people who didn't know. It's a 2-day tournament with lunch, 6 games over 2 days, massive social event on a Saturday night. We haven't decided what that is yet, but we'll make sure it's something to really remember. We're trying to make this like the crown jewel of the South when it comes to GTs outside of UK Nationals. So yeah, so it's something to really look forward to. The prize support is looking really good for it. We've got lots of sponsors in the wings ready to come in and start adding prize support in. So I'm really looking forward to announcing some of those for you. Other than the East Anglian Grand Tournament, we've just got a small thing around Squires of Ice and Fire. So we're now 2 weeks into painting.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, how are you getting on?
Well, I've done a unit of. I've done my unit.
Done the unit.
Done the unit. and I'm just working on the NCU and Commander now.
Mate, I'm spoiled dragging behind. I've painted most of the whole of Reapers, but I'm still not at the stage where I can actually well use them because they've been cut off the base and put on cork. But won't get too much into it because that'll be part of the thing. But if anyone listening wants to join in with Squires of Ice and Fire, we are running this new series. The plan is to get a start set, build your armies along with us, and play at the UK Nationals as part of a big end show. I'm definitely
Very
feeling.
big shebang at the end.
I'm definitely feeling tired. um, So yeah, so if anyone's interested in that, we're doing it. We've got quite a few decent submissions so far. Somebody submitted their their painting the day after the first show, and I'm beginning to question whether or not that was legitimately painted in 9 hours.
Mate, you and I know Rid.
That's true. That's very very true, and it isn't Rid that did it, but yeah,
No,
yeah, cool. Yeah, so we're looking forward to carrying on with that. I'm excited about it. It's got me really hobby proactive again, which is really nice.
yeah, good.
Cool. All right, sweet. A bit of a short show tonight, but that'll do for me, I think. Yeah, just 45 minutes because I'm still trying to catch up from sleep at the weekend.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It was a long old drive.
it was, mate. It was, mate. That
Not as far as Norwich, but
Norwich.
or Norfolk, wherever those guys came down from.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nottingham.
Yeah, Nottingham,
The
all
She
that.
the Sherwood brothers.
Where's
Do you know?
that they're from?
Yeah. Do you know that's where they're from?
Oh,
Sweet.
we should
Okay.
move on.
Yeah, let's move on from that because we're wrapping it up. So yeah, cheers for joining us in the chat. Not loads to update. We'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. In a couple of weeks' time, what we're looking at end of February. So hopefully we'll have news on UK Nationals at that point. Um, you can get bored of seeing me push the AGT up in the next couple of weeks. I'm really keen to get that um, up to the almost sold out point by the end of March because it's really nice to be able to have to know that we've got that covered, which would be really cool. Um,
Yep.
and there will be an announcement around the teams tournament, which I think is probably going to be in um, mm, when's the
Are we talking
AGT?
dates or location?
It's going to be in Coventry.
Right. Yep.
It's going to be July, I think. No, when's the AGT? June, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be in July. The teams won't be in July afterwards. We're just locking the venue in now, so we found somewhere that we can do it. It's another hotel with a conference room, so because it'll be realistic, we're going to be locking it at 14 teams. Which 14 teams with 4 people. That should be a decent weekend.
Yeah, should be. And it's a nice location, Coventry as well.
hmm
Central for most people in the country.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so yeah, sweet. Okay, cool. Right, well, I'll be honest, mate. I feel like we're losing momentum, so I think we need to get to bed and not together. But yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
need to
think she.
go to our separate beds with our wives
Yep.
and not just to sleep, not to do anything else. Fucking hell, this is digging in it. Right, fuck this.
Mate.
Have
Dig
a
up.
have a quality evening, Steve. Cheers for joining me.
Yes,
Thanks
you
everyone in
too,
the
mate.
chat for joining us. I'm sorry for that little end bit. I don't really know what happened there. But thanks. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers, Steve.
All right. See you, buddy.
Bye.